Do you ever find yourself struggling to stay connected to the purpose and meaning behind your work? Do you ever have a hard time transitioning back after vacation or staying connected to the purpose of your work when you've had a really long stretch, like say 2 years in a global pandemic? Well, today I want to share a simple technique that you can use either on your own or with your team to help stay connected to the purpose and meaning of your work and why you're doing what you're doing. Hi, I'm Chris Littlefield. I'm the founder of Beyond Thank You and the author of the book 75 Team Activities for Remote Teams. I help leaders and organizations around the world build and maintain cultures where people feel valued and can be at their best every day, regardless of where they're located. So this technique that I'm sharing is based on the phenomenon that happens that when you're at a dinner party and there's a couple that are sitting next to each other that don't look like they really enjoy each other's company so much anymore, and then somebody asks the question, so, hey, how did the two of you meet? The arms kind of crossed and they go into the story of how they first met. Maybe it was the college class that they sat next to each other in, or they met each other at a bar or at a friend's wedding when they were dancing each other and instantly fell in love. And when people get brought back to that moment where they felt differently about that other person or what they were doing or why, all of those emotions from that time come back as well. So several years ago, when I was running a resiliency program for a bunch of nurses in a hospital system up in New England, I asked all of the nurses to remember their proudest moment where they felt they were really making a difference at work. And I wanted to remember 2 to 3 of these moments. And we went around the room and a couple people told those stories. And as one person told, another person's arm went up as they remembered a story. And you watched the whole room shift as people lighted up as they got connected to those moments where they really felt like they were making a difference. And when they did, they also got all those emotions, those feelings that came back at that moment and helped them reconnect to their job. So when you're transitioning back from vacation or after a really difficult time, maybe on your own as a team, stop and take a minute and think of what were 2 to 3 times when I was absolutely in love with the work I was doing, when I felt really proud, where I felt like I was really making a difference. And if you're willing, I'd love you to share a couple of your examples in the comments below about those times you were really proud, connected, and in love with the work you were doing. What are those moments that instantly bring you back? One for me is actually related to the example I just shared a couple moments earlier when I was working with that healthcare organization up in New England. After the program, the chaplain of the hospital came up to me and says, I've been working here since the 1980s, and this is one of the first times I've ever seen employees openly talking about their emotions, about their needs, and about their feelings at work. Thank you. Right? And when I remember that, and I share that, it makes the hairs on my arm stand up because it brings me back to the moment when she shared that and when I knew that that work I was doing was making a huge difference. If you're a manager, start your next meeting by asking the question, like, tell me a time where you really felt like you were making a huge difference for our patients, for our customers, for our clients, or for the coworkers every day. Tell me about a time when you were super proud of working where you're working right now and why you absolutely fell in love with doing the work you were doing. And when they share those stories, jot them down for yourself. And anytime you're feeling disconnected from your work, ask that question to yourself or others to bring you back. I hope you found this helpful. Once again, I'm Chris Littlefield from Beyond Thank You. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay connected.